Hey friends, welcome back to Rita Talks. I'm Rita, and on this YouTube channel, I just share some of the thoughts, ideas that I've been thinking about, some of the things that have been happening in my life. Today, I think, was a pretty good day for me. Relatively productive. I was able to make a lot of progress on the tasks that I have. Like, usually, you can see in my pattern of behavior that I'm very happy when I get stuff done. So today, I mean, obviously I could always be more productive, but today felt good. Just making progress on tasks that are important to me and having this feeling of momentum. Also, I think one thing that really helped today is that my cleaning person came and the house feels clean, and I love it whenever the house feels clean. I just feel like my brain gets, I don't know, some newfound energy and excitement. I think, I mean, as soon as I can afford it, or I mean, if I get a raise or something like this, I'll probably make it once a week instead of once every 2 weeks, like to have the cleaning person come, because I really feel like it has a positive impact on my mood and on my behavior. So yeah, I mean, once some more. I mean, it's not that I don't have any money to put there. It's just that I'm prioritizing investing and saving up some money for now. But the plan is, as soon as I get a change in income, I will, like, the first things that I will upgrade is definitely having more cleaning done to my house, because basically I just feel so much happier, and that in like improves improves my ability to perform at my best and my mood, and I just feel overall more optimistic. So it's definitely a good way to spend any extra money. Obviously, the second thing that I think I have a list of things that I would immediately change, like if I get an increase in salary, is like more cleaning time. I would buy some prebiotics. So it's kind of expensive. I mean, not kind of expensive, but it's inexpensive. About $40 per month. So yeah, thinking of investing in that at some point. Mostly health-related stuff, like hiring personal trainer, basically investments in my health and uh, in my brain and all of that stuff. I think that's the best way to spend my money. Like, if I'm not investing it, then I'm investing it in another way, either in getting my time back or basically investing in my health, because my body is my number one asset and I wanna take care of it to the best of my ability. So that's my thinking behind this stuff. Yeah, usually like the kind of things that I want to upgrade are usually related to health. So maybe I would get a Whoop subscription, which is also about $40 per month. And like, usually my ambitions for life upgrade are usually centered around that, not around status stuff, but mostly around uh, improving, um, like investing more in myself when it comes to time and health, as well as knowledge and information. So that's definitely one thing that I plan on investing on any extra money that I get. It's back to this concept of S&P 500 versus S&P 500. At this stage, I do both. I do invest in stocks. I have a regular amount that I put into stocks every month, at least. I think lately it's been 500 euros per month. At some points in time it was more, some points in time it was less. But right now it's around that amount, which, I mean, it's not the only amount that I save. I also save uh, around that same amount every month. I mean, in the good months, like this past month, I've invested in a camera and YouTube gear. So yeah, that was not possible to put it. Like I actually spent more than uh, like I mean, I took out from my savings account to buy the camera. And this month I'm gonna buy a phone because I promised my kid sister that I would give her my current phone. So I'm just gonna buy a new phone and give her my current phone because she's been struggling with her phone. So when I'm gonna go back to Morocco in about 2 weeks for this thing for my other sister. But basically, I'm just gonna buy, like, I think this month is gonna be also a high expense month because basically I'm buying a phone, I'm buying my kid sister watch, along with me and my uh, two other sisters that are adults are buying my kid sister an Apple Watch because her Apple Watch stopped working. So that's one. The second one, I'm buying a phone, and I also need to buy my sister her birthday present because she has her birthday in October. So that's also something that I need to take care of. So it's okay. Like I have these months where like not much progress seems to happen financially, but it is happening. It's the slow increase that's good. So I'm not worried. It's just that I like to be mindful about these months and like sometimes these months where I do spend quite a bit of money, it's like I feel terrible and like it doesn't feel great to not be putting money away and even spending from my savings account. But these are part of life, and I just need to embrace it because life cannot be perfect, and there are things that need to happen. I mean, that are not necessarily bad things. It's also a good thing, you know, to like buy stuff for my kid sister, buy my other sister her birthday presents, and all of that stuff. So it's not a big deal. It's just that it hurts sometimes because I'm like I kind of gamified it in the sense that like I made progress in that domain rewarding, and so when I'm not able to see progress there when it comes to the number increasing in my bank account, then sometimes it does feel a bit uncomfortable, but it's okay because this is part of the long-term plan. Like it's just part of life. Some things happen like this, and that's okay. So yeah, pretty good day today. I also felt like my focus has been much better today. I did not log into Twitter as much as I did this past month. I know it's not like a one day switch that I can turn off. But basically, hopefully, I will just go back to some better habits and like vote in the right direction to try to undo some of the mental disconnect that I've been dealing with over the past month since I've been more or less active on Twitter. So it's okay that I'm trying to take back my attention and like really invest in my brain when it comes to basically trying to perform at my best because genuinely my brain, my knowledge is my most important asset. And I just feel more alive and happier when my brain is working better, when it's able to function at the best of its ability. And so I'm just trying to like reconcile uh, my actions with my intentions and that way I'm able to live a life that's aligned with my values. So yeah, this is what I've been thinking about today. Um, it does feel a bit weird also that I'm not training as much because of the past month. I've only been running, like I've been running almost every day. So now that I have a bit more time on my hands, I don't want to waste it by watching TV or all of that stuff because that's easy to do. But I want to actually use this time for better cause, like working on my main YouTube channel and doing things that help me build this foundation for my future. So slowly but surely, I'm trying to take it one step at a time, slowly ramping up my mental capacity, and hopefully over a long enough period of time, I will have ramped up my mental capacity and figured out again how to perform at my best. Because usually I find that with my mental performance, it ebbs and flows. Sometimes it's really high. Sometimes I really get into a flow where I'm really productive and really able to achieve what I set out to achieve. And sometimes I feel like procrastinating, and I guess the goal is just to keep going. That's what I try to remind myself of. That consistency has more value than effort, even though effort also does have some value, but consistency matters more over the long term. And that basically I've only been working, like, to remind myself that I've only been on this path of truly committing to my own word, to myself, over for a few months, and that basically years are more important than months. So whatever I'm trying to do, I'm trying to do this for years. I plan on doing this for the next 5 to 10 years. This is my commitment. This is the promise that I'm making to myself, is that no matter how things, like, no matter what the short term out, like, results are for this, I'm committed to making this, like, basically to putting in the right inputs for minimum 5 years, 5 to 10 years. By having this longer time horizon, it allows me to sit back and not be swayed by short-term fluctuations. Um, so yeah, I think this also, like, ties back into, like, this daily habits that I've been doing, like basically posting to Instagram one picture a day, posting to Twitter like a few quotes every day, filming these videos once every day. Like, even if, okay, no one is watching these videos and no one likes my photos on Instagram, no one reads the posts that I post on Twitter, like, these activities in and of themselves bring me value. So for Instagram, I've been doing it for over 300 days now. I think it's gonna be a year in about a month and a half since I've been posting every day on Instagram. And basically, I think, like, for example, for Instagram, the value comes from me being able to reflect on my life and uh, be grateful for all of the things that I get to experience in this life. And it's also like a creative outlet. I've always liked capturing things, and it's just a platform for me to share whatever I captured. And it's also uh, like a test, or basically a way for me to learn not to care about other people's opinion and to keep going even if I get 0 likes, if no one likes my posts, if no one cares about my posts. I will just keep going, and it just proves to myself that I am not dependent on other people's opinion on things that I do, and that I will just keep doing it because that's who I am, that's who I've decided to be. The same in that aspect for Twitter and also these YouTube videos. For Twitter, I think I've figured out that like by posting a few quotes every day, what that allows me to do is to revisit ideas that I've read in books and at a faster rate in some sense, and also uh, like develop my curation ability. It's the same also for the pictures, is that it allows me to learn how to curate and how, like in terms of aesthetics and like beauty, I mean beauty of the pictures, I'm learning how, like what makes an interesting picture when taking a photo, what makes an interesting quote, what makes an interesting something. And these are lessons, like even if 0 people like my pictures, 0 people like my Twitter posts, 0 people view all of this, these are skills that are very valuable to me and that are worth developing uh, regardless of the outcome, the external outcome of these things that I'm doing. It also helps me reinforce this identity that I'm a creative person, but I'm also a thinker. I think these things in and of themselves are more important than any outside validation that I might get from any of these mediums. Um, and it just helps me have this confidence in myself. I am a creative person. I am the kind of person that like has a good eye for photography, has a good eye for colors, has a good eye for X, Y, and Z, but also has a good uh, understanding of concepts and who's able to, find what resonates when it comes to quotes. And also, uh, my other thing that I'm doing daily is these daily videos that I try to film where I just reflect on my life. And this is giving me the ability to express my ideas uh, in a better way, to allow me basically to clarify my thoughts. This serves as my journals, like my daily journals, and it's giving me this opportunity to reflect. And also, like the second thing that it does give me is something that I've talked about before. It's the ability to go back in time and say, okay, look at yourself. Uh, this is like, regardless of how you're feeling in a specific moment, there are other moments in your life that existed, moments that you were genuinely over the moon, moments that you were super sad, all sorts of moments that exist in your life, and it's just a manifestation. Like, it's proof that those exist, and also proof for me to see how far I've come throughout the months, the years, like remember all the hurdles that I've overcome, all of those things. This is where the true value is for me, from committing to these daily small things that I think, in the long term, will allow me to become a better version of myself, a version of myself that I aspire to become. And yeah, it's just like me proving to myself that I am capable of all these things and building the foundation of the person that I'm becoming, and basically building a path towards this person that I aspire to become. So yeah, just super grateful for that. I mean, I know like people probably, like someone else in the same situation might think, okay, I've been posting pictures for 1 year on Instagram. No one liking this. No, maybe I should stop. But that's not what I'm doing. why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it because otherwise these pictures would just sit in my gallery, and it's fun, you know, to curate my pictures and like look back and be able to reflect on all the things that I've done and all of the events that have happened in my life and try to make some story out of it. It's just kind of cool, and it's a process that I thoroughly enjoy, and also through the consistency, I'm able to prove to myself, okay, I am the kind of person that can do something for a very long period of time every day. I am the kind of person who can follow through on the promises that I've made to myself. I am this kind of person. And I think that's where the true value comes. It's in this deep seated. Okay, I don't know where that stopped, but I was just saying that it's like this unforgettable, like not unforgettable, but it's a way for me to just build this belief in myself uh, that's based on actions rather than delusion. And it's through these small actions that I'm keeping these commitments to myself. And I think that's the most valuable skill from that. Like that's the most valuable thing to come out of these things that I try to do on a consistent basis. It doesn't matter if no one likes my posts. It doesn't matter if no one likes the videos I make. None of that matters. What's important is the underlying skill that I learn from consistently showing up, consistently putting myself out there, consistently overcoming the fear of rejection, consistently uh, overcoming the fear of failure, the fear of looking ridiculous to people, basically consistently just like not caring about what people might think of me. And that's a skill that I'm learning to practice. I'm learning to take myself outside of my comfort zone. I'm learning to be okay with this discomfort uh, whenever, like, hopefully this will allow me you know, to take more risks when it comes to my romantic life, and like also overcome that hurdle with small steps. It's these small steps that matter, and it's through these small steps that uh, um, putting small bricks into my confidence, into like basically building a deep-seated belief in myself that's based on action, not on delusion. So yeah. Anyway, I hope this was somewhat helpful to you. This was quite a nice, like an interesting, like an interesting concept, an interesting reflection that I've had, or idea that I've been toying with in my head, and I just wanted to express that. So so yeah, I hope this was somewhat helpful to you. Thanks a lot for tuning in today. You can click here to watch my previous video on this channel, so the one right before this one, and you can click here to watch my latest video on the channel overall. I hope you have a fantastic rest of day, night, whichever time of day it is where you are right now. Bye for now, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.